Hey everybody, welcome back to Ryan Makes Sense. Today we have another reviewer requested video. This is ticker symbol MBLY. This is Mobileye Global. Um, I don't want to assume what they do, so actually let's just go ahead and review. They were a spin-off from Intel. It is advanced driver systems. Think of your Waymo, Google, those cars that basically Teslas, they drive around without someone steering the wheel or using the turn signal, preparing for emergency events. These cars, the Mobileye software accounts for all that. As of now, I'm not sure how successful they are. We're going to run through the numbers, run through technicals, see what institutions and hedge funds are doing, and kind of get an overall consensus of where we are. So the stock price is $28 as of the time we're reviewing it. As we can see, the momentum looks like it is turning around. We do have a multiple support here, about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different monthly candles that came down and tested this $25 price. Is it going to come back down and test? It's not quite clear yet. It's at the beginning of July. By the time this video comes out, it's going to be the middle of July. Is $27, $25 too expensive? We're going to find out. So let's go ahead and just check out this really quick. These sales are just fantastic, beautiful stair step. This is what we love to see. EPS, a great turnaround story. You can see it's basically turning the right way for shareholders and investors on the long side. They are not profitable, just need to call that out. They have literally, it looks like no debt, but we will confirm. Great quick ratio. If they close their doors tomorrow and just said we're done, they have enough money to pay off debts, liabilities, notes, so they're good. Gross margins are really good. 46% is fantastic. I would feel comfortable dollar cost averaging at this price for the next 5 to 10 years because I have that kind of time. Again, they're not profitable. So let's go ahead and run my handy dandy calculation. We do have older data here, so let's just get this out, get that out, get that out, get that out, get that out. All right. So their market cap is 22,430,000,000. 22 billion, yep. And they're losing 166 million flat. Sales, they do 1,860,000,000. Need another zero there. Awesome. Now they do have a high quick ratio, meaning they probably have adequate cash. Is my head blocking anything important? Not yet. Okay, and we're gonna go to the balance sheet and quarterly. All right, and it looks like they have 1,238,000,000 in cash. Good for them. Total debt, 0. Okay, and while we're down here, I just want to see what potentially 2024 has in store. Q1 of 2024, they did 239 million in sales. Ooh, that's almost 50% less than what they did last year. I wonder if they lost a contract or something, but that's no bueno. Their sales for 2024, if we take 239 million times 4, that's just shy of $1 billion of revenue for the year, which would be about 50% less of what they did in 2023, which would not be good. I do want to just call out Pat Gelsinger, who is the Intel CEO, appears to be buying shares often. He has 132,000 shares as of now. Again, he's buying at the 28s, 27s, 35s, 37s. So good conviction from Pat there. I'll give that to him. Let's look at assets and liabilities really quick. Total assets, $15.3 billion in assets, 579 million in liabilities. Assets dwarf liabilities 30 to 1, which is absolutely insane. Intangible assets is incredibly high. So good for them. Um, when liabilities start to creep up on the assets, that's when the B word starts to come in, bankruptcy. Bankruptcy. We don't like to say that word around here. So we're going to take this and we're going to divide it by our shares float, which is right here. And you guys can see that. Okay. So it's 91 million shares, 670,000. Is that right? $276 stock price. Did I mess something up? Mark cap is 22.4. Oh, yep. Okay. 22,430,000,000. Okay. So this is a stock price of $32.23. Thank you for catching that for me. Very funny. Okay. So 1.8. No, that was right. That was right. Let's just really quickly get rid of these extra zeros. Okay. 22,430,000,000, 166,000,000, 1.8 billion. Yes, cash. Yep, 1.2 billion was right. So yeah, this is saying stock price of 277, which essentially means the projected stock price. Usually my calculations are a little bit closer. And why this is so inflated is because of the market cap, which means institutions and hedge funds. Let's see. Intel. We're going to check and see what they're doing. We're going to have a little peek. So yeah, essentially the stock price is projected to go higher. Me, myself looking at this, I mean, sales going up, EPS going up. However, their Q1, and I think, wow, this stock went from 25 to 33, now back down to 27. So this is a wait and see for me. However, I love this ramp up. I love the EPS turnaround. The shares outstanding, so maybe there's some data, some mismanaged data here. Shares outstanding is showing 964 million. I'm sorry, 94 million. Our shares outstanding down here are 806 million. So that, what if there's another zero here for, why is it showing? Let's change this while we're here too. We want this to be formatted as, I don't want it to format as currency. Okay. What if there was another zero here? We'd take it to 28 bucks. So how many shares are really outstanding? That might be the question. How many shares float Mobileye stock? $91 million. So just interesting. Something is a little off. I don't think it's my calculation because these are all right. But what this really means to me, and I think I actually I traded this one time and I eventually sold for a little loss, but I think the stock is poised for some big moves in the future. But we got to see what institutions and hedge funds are doing. So institutions own 14.44%. That's old data. New data, because this changes as SEC filings are added, 16.52. So a slight increase by 2%-ish. We see an increase from Bally Gifford, South Point, T. Rowe and Price Associate trimmed 55%. General Atlantic sold 72%. Prudent sold 99%. FMR sold 64%. Intel Corp just has a 750,000 share position. Jensen sold out almost 100%. Norges Bank sold out 16.6%, and Millennium started position. We don't see Vanguard and BlackRock here up in the top owners, which is crazy. A lot of selling in the top ownership. So considering that they fell flat on their face for Q1 earnings, this is definitely a wait and see. I think we could go lower than 25. Let's see. And this is actually going to be a good tell for us if the bottom is in. So 48.11, let's call it that, 23.9, 23.49 over there. That's pretty dang close. That's pretty dang close. You can see these candles are respecting very well down here. Respecting, not a clean close, like nice support there. Not very clean supports, very clean resistance, clean supports here, very clean support there, very clean support there. Good support or good resistance right there. But I think, let's see, because this does look like a bear flag, and what that means is, I mean, we could go up here, but I think what I think we could see is we have our flag pole. I mean, we could go from different angles. Here's our flag pole. This line, this blue line, here's our flag. I think, let's just go ahead and activate this. Let's see where the candles are more respected. Ooh, I think. I think we could go there even. So a low of $21.22. And the reason I chose that spot is look at all these perfect areas of support. Then it gets a little choppy right there, but then beautiful support, test support. This tests this inner candle 3 times. So I think around $20 it could happen. What was their guidance? Actually, let's check that. They had earnings on April 25th. Mobileye could get a boost from the likes of Rivian and Tesla as well. I don't know if they're partners or vendors of those companies, but I mean, what are they projecting for guidance? Yeah. Gross margin. Okay, here we go. The company reiterated 1.8 to 1.9 billion for this year. That is down. That is down. So this is definitely worth waiting for at least through the end of the year, in my opinion. Yeah. I mean, it looks like the momentum's it could be turning. The relative momentum indicator is also looks like it is turning as well. But I mean, that faceplant for Q1 and then them having lower guidance than 2023. I think this is just worth waiting for if you wanted to risk and swing it, or if you're someone who can, who has the time to dollar cost average for the next 5 to 10 years. I think this one could do well. My projected stock price calculation shows extreme upside However, it's mainly due to market cap. If we take that out, or if institutions and hedge funds liquidate like we were seeing here, I mean, what's the most recent data? 7.5. So new added to their position, decreased. Looks like they may have increased their position, but the value is down. Increased their position, decreased. Well, these are shorts. I mean, it looks like a lot of people are adding to their positions here. I don't see many sells. Decrease, 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 decrease. So I do see a lot of buys here. For me, though, I don't think the story is in with the company. Sales are really gonna still be less than 2023. 2023. Do they have earnings per share outlook? No. No. Okay. So I would wait, but also if you are someone who can dollar cost average and has patience, and I mean, I think this company is going to go places for sure. Let's go ahead and extend this out. I just think there's going to be a lot of opportunity to have at the $25, $27 range. Even if this does have a breakout, what happens next year when if Q1 is sucky again, you know? And my Fibonacci, yeah, this can't be right actually. So we're going to adjust this. Ooh, I kind of like it right there. I like it right there because we have support, support, perfect resistances, perfect support, almost perfect support, perfect resistance, really good resistance. So I think for July we could see it get to 29. But I think the low could be put in at 17 in 2025. But again, it's momentum based at the moment with Tesla doing really well, Rivian doing really well. I think this will likely continue to head upward, but yeah, I don't know if I'm convinced yet. And we have good support here. Okay. So good support at 25. If it falls under 25, I would be looking for the 20s and then maybe 17. So, but then again, I'm also someone who can dollar cost average and is fine waiting multiple years, getting a good base average, getting the long-term capital gain status. It's really your risk to reward or risk tolerance, sorry. But that's my thoughts on Mobileye. Um, Let me know what you think. If you made it this far, thanks for watching. Have a great day.